right. So let's begin. And Mary.
Yes, I have been having ongoing panic attacks for um, quite a while. Sometimes they're it's manageable, but lately they've become almost constant. Some people call them adrenaline surges, and they're just unbelievably miserable, and it's really starting to affect my sleep and my naps, and it's just really frustrating, and of course I wish they would go away, but I
Mm,
would like to release just on the frustration, the resistance, and anything else that comes to your mind that might be helpful in this situation.
Okay. Yes. So could you first just let yourself be?
Yes.
And then let yourself think about those panic attacks and how that makes you feel now.
Yeah, it scares me. I'm actually kind of calm right now, but even doing simple things can cause one to come. It just seems like out of nowhere. So they're scary. It's scary too, because now I'm
Mm,
almost anticipating them and trying not to, um, but I can be calm for even a couple minutes, get to a place and think, okay, good, I've settled down,
mm,
and I can order something simple online, read a simple book, watch a simple movie, and all of a sudden I'm triggered by something, and all of a sudden, yeah, my heart's pounding out of my chest. I can't focus. It's sometimes I have to get up and walk around just to, you know, get some of the adrenaline out of my system. So
mhm.
yeah, it brings up all sorts of things.
So could you welcome that memory, how it has been.
Yeah.
And would you welcome any expectation that that will repeat?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm. And does that expectation help you to enjoy being now?
No, not at all.
So, as best you can, could you let go of expecting the past to repeat itself?
Yes. Yes.
And would you let go of those expectations a little bit more?
Yes.
And still a bit more?
Yes.
And would you notice that peace and acceptance that is already here, even beyond any expectation or any feeling or memory or story?
Pe- Peace and acceptance.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And could you just say yes to what is?
Yes.
And would you allow yourself to open to the to the even more positive outcome than the mind can imagine right now?
Can you repeat that again? Can I be
Yes.
open or welcome, did you say?
Yes, to the possibility of a more positive outcome than what the mind is presenting.
Oh my goodness, yes. I would love, yes.
And if you already had that more positive outcome, how would you feel?
So relieved.
Mm,
So happy.
mm,
Even more peaceful. Yeah.
mm. And would you allow yourself to focus on that peace and relief more than to the expectations the mind might bring up.
Yes.
And is that peace and relief, are they tied to any particular outcome or future?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So would you just allow yourself to be in that relaxation and relief right now?
Yes.
Mm. And could you allow that to be enough?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah.
Mm. Good. And how does it feel now?
So much better. Yeah, so much better.
Good.
I feel calmer. I feel like I need to take a nap now.
Okay, good. Good.
Yes, thank you very much, Katja. I appreciate it. It feels good.
Good. Okay, and before we move to Chris, I want to share with you, I don't know if you have already come across this, but I spoke about maybe 2 months ago about a releasing event we were planning, and now it's finally happening. I don't know if you've seen this. Okay, so there's the ticket, but when you get tickets, this is a paid event, but it starts with the free session. And this is I posted the links to the chat. The latter link shows the whole program. We'll be having 15 different speakers from the 5th of December to the 8th of December, from Thursday to Sunday, and 15 different workshops from different topics. And all of us are from the Hales mentoring group. We have are certified coaches or instructors. And we are looking forward to that event, and it would be lovely to see you there. I will be talking about my topic is thriving through menopause. So that is a women's specific topic, but there aren't many that specific topics there. So go and check the program and see if you would like to come. Oh, and one more thing, there is early bird price until tomorrow midnight Pacific time, I think it is. And then the price now it's 149, and then it rises to 249. Both prices include the recordings, so you can watch or rewatch whenever feels right. I'm excited about that, and we are the organizers, so I hope we'll meet there. But now we are here, so let's continue. And Chris.
Yes. Thank you,
Hello.
Katja.
Hi.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I hear you fine.
I have a very bad connection.
So for the best.
Yes, cross our fingers. If it cuts out, it's just because I have a terrible connection. So, I wanted to thank you for the releasing you did with me. I think it was 2 weeks ago, or maybe you do these once per month or every 2 weeks?
Once a month. Yeah. Oh, good that it was helpful.
Okay, so it was 1 month ago. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was very, very helpful. I'm
Oh, good.
learning more and more.
Wonderful.
I'm still new to all this, but I'm learning more. I did releasing yesterday with Paolo and I've forgotten his name now. It was
Owen or Status. Yeah.
oh yes, Yes, and
Mm.
they talked about the event coming up, which I
Yes.
very much would like to participate.
Ah, good.
I'm
Welcome.
looking at the dates and the possibility. Yeah. So I did a releasing with Owen yesterday that
Mhm.
was very, very beneficial. And I wanted to continue with that, reinforce that if possible. I am still and will be struggling, I think, for a long time with deep seated fear,
Mhm.
especially in the morning. So it's similar to what Mary is talking about. I don't have anxiety in advance.
Mhm.
I know tomorrow morning I will have this experience again. But I think I don't know if it's possible. When I would like to release when it happens.
Mhm.
So I don't have stress now, but I know that I think about the technique. I think about releasing when it happens.
Mhm.
And it's also obviously much more difficult to do alone.
Mhm.
But I don't know if there's a possibility to reinforce.
Mhm. Yes, there is. The more you do it, the kind of deeper it sinks in. And at some point, it becomes kind of a most of long-term releasers, if not all, have some sort of internal releasing voice inside them. I think quite a few of us hear Hale's voice or our releasing partners or coaches' voices. So I've had quite a few clients telling me that they've had their inner Katja nowadays. But it doesn't have to be someone else. But at first, you kind of learn it that way, and it sinks in, and then um, sorry, then it comes kind of easier to do it on yourself, by yourself.
Mm,
But also different situations might need different questions or different approaches. So we are lucky to have the community and people that can assist us if it seems not so easy on ourselves. So
yeah.
it's about you wanna kind of you did releasing already. What did you release with Owen yesterday? Was there some certain angle
Uh, it
that you want to deepen?
it was it's that's the thing. It's always very confusing because I'm actually dealing with pre-verbal trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's abuse I lived through when I was a baby.
Mm.
And so the memories are in my body.
Mm.
They're in my body. They're very mysterious. They what I did what Owen what was very effective with Owen was he talked about he uh excuse me, the child that I was,
Mm-hmm.
and he encouraged me to I don't remember. It was I guess to give love to that child.
Mm. Yes. Mm.
And that's sort of I'm struggling so much with, because I only have logic to
Mm.
try to understand these emotions, and of course the logic
Mm.
doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
So but but yeah, today I kept that child with me all day long, and whenever the fear and the terror and the bad thoughts
Mm.
came, I just, it's not even bad thoughts, it's just this feeling of doom. I turned to that child and I tried to give love to that child. It's very strange and very difficult, but it kind of worked today. I felt much better today, and I would stop work and focus on that. So okay, I'll shut up. Trying to explain.
But wonderful that it worked and helped. So, how do you feel right now?
Talking about it is triggering. I feel very emotional.
And is there any
but
sense?
I don't really know what the emotion is. I think it's sadness. In the morning it's fear, and in the day it's horrible, and in the evening it's sadness.
So first, would you just notice all those memories you have, how it goes?
Yeah, the memories are not explicit. The memories are the only memories I have, or the feelings that I felt today when I felt the terror.
Yeah. But when you tell about it, you tell it like it's a fact. This is how it goes. So it is kind of you tell it from the memory. That has how you remember it now, isn't it?
Yeah. It's so hard to explain. It's so weird. Yeah, I tell it from, I just have memories of the intellectualization that occurs during the day when I have the feeling that comes up.
Yes. And right now, is there now the sadness?
Not particularly, but when I talk about the child that I was, I get very upset.
Yes.
I have a strong emotion.
Yes. And is there any sense that you shouldn't have that strong emotion?
No, there's resistance in that I need to speak, and it can overwhelm me to the point where I can't speak. But that's the only resistance. I don't have shame to feel this way.
Good. We just often feel if we have some strong emotion coming up, wouldn't want to have it. So we often resist them, even if they aren't anything really traumatic or long standing.
Yeah, I've worked on this my whole life. I'm 55, so I no longer have any shame whatsoever.
That's good. That's good.
Yes.
Yes.
That's something positive.
Yes. But it sounds like there might be expectations that this is the way it will continue for some time. So could you just welcome that expectation?
Yeah. I know that it will continue for still some time, but I also have hope that it will ease, and I'm on the right path. But yes, I accept and I embrace the fact that I'm still in it.
Yes. But just for now, just for this moment, could you let go of planning it to happen again?
Yeah. Okay.
Good. And would you be open for the possibility that it might be easier than what the mind says now? Just the possibility.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Good. And just for now, could you just say yes to whatever is here now.
Okay, yes.
Mhm. And would you notice that peace that is here, even now, after talking about that topic? You notice how the peace is always here?
Yes.
And
Yes.
good. And would you allow yourself to focus on that peace a bit more?
Yes.
And would you also give yourself some compassion for doing this work for yourself? Being there for yourself.
Yes.
And would you be open to finding and noticing the courage that is in you already to go through whatever needs to be gone through?
Yes.
And would you give yourself the license to relax right now and just be?
Yes.
And would you allow yourself to trust that you can always choose to just be?
Yes.
And would you open up to the love that is here already?
Yes.
And would you notice how that is also there for you all the time?
Yes.
And how does it feel now?
It feels fragile, but good.
Mhm. Good. And would you allow yourself to feel fragile?
Yes.
And would you give yourself the time you need to heal and go gently?
Yes.
Mm. And again, would you be open to the future unfolding even more positive and bright and easy than the mind suggests?
Yes.
Good. And how is it now?
It's difficult because I want that so badly. So when you suggest it, it's like it's it's very strong.
Mm-hmm.
The pain
Mm-hmm.
is very, very intense,
Mm-hmm.
and I carry it all day long, and I carry it now my whole life. So opening up to that love is it's like opening the oyster. It's it's really, really hard.
I understand that it can feel really hard.
Yeah.
That's more because we tend to focus on what we are suffering about. And how I see it, I see pictures often about this releasing things, how they work for me. And how I've seen it when I'm not noticing the love and acceptance is that I'm like standing in the corner of a dark room, and I'm there and I'm covering my face and my eyes, and I'm not seeing the sun. But when I allow myself to turn around, I see that the door is open. There actually aren't even walls except around my black dark corner. And there is beautiful garden full of sunshine. But as long as we are doing this, we aren't noticing it. And it's perfectly normal. We all do that. Some people more often and some people less, but we all do it. And you are doing really, really well. Having started this, we don't really talk about journey that much in the Sedona method, but it definitely feels like a journey often. So you are doing the best you can already. Could you be open to noticing that?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Very good. And you open as much as feels good for you each moment. It's no hurry and no need to force yourself to anything. So would you allow yourself to move as quickly or as slowly as it takes?
It's hard to not want it to move more quickly.
Yes.
And it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating to be blind to that sunlight that you speak of.
You aren't blind. You aren't blind to it. You're just right this moment. It looks a little bit darker, but that might change. So would you be open to the possibility that it might change any moment?
Yes.
And right this moment, this very moment, if you don't go a second back or a second forward, is everything all right?
Yes.
Good. And would you be open to noticing that more?
Yes.
Good. As usually, if not always, this very moment is okay. What makes us suffer and struggle is when we think about things that have already happened, or when we are afraid or thinking about things that are yet to come. Right this moment, we are fine. But it's very human, very, very common. So we are all doing that, and we are all kind of supporting each other in noticing the light and the lightness.
I try to hold on to these moments because the it's, I know that it's coming from the past. I've realized that recently. I've understood that the feeling that arises, like it's not a panic attack, as Mary described, but it's indescribable. It's just instant emotional pain that strikes, and I know it's a memory from the past. So it's like it pulls me into the past. I'm not in the past at that moment, but the pain pulls me into the past, and refocusing on the present is very, very hard. So when I am in the present moment, I try to hold on to that present moment. And it's okay. It's okay in the present moment, but the vacuum that sucks me back in is terrible.
And what if you drop the label vacuum? What is it then?
What if I drop the label vacuum?
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Yeah. Trying to stop the mind to describe the event, the thing, the situation.
Mm.
It's very hard. It's very, very hard.
Okay, but you.
But yeah.
I just asked that it might not be a good approach for you right now. That's perfectly fine. Sometimes it's just that if we have a certain way of describing our things from the past or anything that we suffer from, we have kind of grown attached to that label. And
Yes.
that label itself kind of brings back memories. And, this is when I say this, it's almost like a magic word, but not in a fun way. So that when I say this word, I start feeling this and this. And I start thinking about this, and this brings these kind of feelings. And if we drop that label, it's often becomes more like if the feeling is there, it becomes a physical sensation, often, not always. And physical sensation is kind of easier in the sense that if it doesn't hold a name, it's just a sensation. It can be easier to accept and it can be easier to release. But if it's not speaking to you right now, that's completely fine. But can just give it a try. If the next time comes when you feel the vacuum coming, that what if it isn't a vacuum but just a sensation?
Yeah, the sensation, I put the words on the sensation afterwards. The sensation comes. I describe it as a tidal wave, and it's like a tidal wave of terror. That I don't think those words in my mind. It comes and it hits, and it like being smacked by a wave. So, but yes, I hear what you're saying, and in my rational mind, I've understood that holding on to something. I don't believe I'm holding on. I believe that it is in fact very, very hardwired into my brain, but I still have to let that go. And so I'm working on letting go of that thing that I cannot actually put words to. But yes, I'm aware that there is very much a part of me that has made it this. And so it's now for me to unmake this. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes, I get what you mean. And again, what you notice, the peace and love that are here even now, surrounding those memories and all those words.
Yes.
Just remember that peace doesn't ever go away. Even You might not always notice it, but it's there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Like you said the last time,
Mm.
the peace is always there. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
That helps. Yes.
Mm.
Thank you, Katja. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for
Thank you.
everything.
Thank you. You're doing fine. Just
Yeah.
keep going and releasing. It's be fine.
Thank you. I know I'm going to make it. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Thank you for asking and coming. Yes. Okay, does anyone else have anything they'd like to ask or share or suggest a group release for? And Lisa.
Hi, Katja. Thank you.
Hi.
I recently moved back to the place where I was raised, the same area.
Mm-hmm.
And today I'm just having a few little like triggers with like accents and culture because I've lived away like half my life. So it would be awesome to release on that.
So are there kind of a... Okay, let's release on that. So first, would you allow yourself to just pause and be?
Sure.
And then let yourself just watch and notice what is here now when you think about being back where you grew up.
Well, right now, I feel from these triggers, I'm like, oh no, like, did I make a mistake? Like, oh God.
For coming?
Yeah. Well, like, is this really what I signed up? This is really what I wanted, like, oh.
Okay. And so would you welcome that sense that you want to figure out if this was an...
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can.
And could you let go of wanting to figure out that out?
Yes, I could.
Mm-hmm. And then notice all the expectations that I assume there are about this visit or stay. Or have you
Yeah.
returned, like for a longer period?
I've been back almost 6 months.
Yes, okay. So are there expectations how it will continue?
Yes. With these triggers, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
there is an expectation.
yes.
It's like there's something about like there not being room for me,
Mm-hmm.
or like, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, part of the something. It's at least part of it.
Yes. It can be when we return to our childhood, showing up places that we feel kind of outgrown from that place or that role
Right.
that we were the last time we were there. So could you welcome that sense of not having enough room for you?
Yes, I can.
And welcome anyone in to change that anyway.
Yes.
And does that you wanting to change it, does that actually change it?
No. It accentuates it.
So just
Yeah.
could you let go of wanting to change it anyway?
I could.
And
Yeah.
would you?
Yeah, I would.
And when?
Now.
And are there any people you'd like to control?
Yeah.
That's a wild guess. So, could you welcome how much you want to control those people?
Yeah.
And has it felt that they are trying to control you?
Say that again, please.
Has it felt like those people have tried to control you?
Yeah, it's there as well. You know,
Yeah.
because I don't fit the mold. I
Mm,
don't fit the mold, so
yes.
yeah.
So, could you welcome
Ugh.
you have resisted them trying to control you?
Yeah. Immense resistance.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then could you let go of wanting to control them or resisting them trying to control you, which is wanting control as well?
Right. Yeah, I could let go of wanting to control them. I could.
And just for now, as best you
Ugh.
can, could you grant those people the right to be as they are? Because they are that way anyway.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for now, I could grant
Yes. Good.
them the right to be who they are.
Yeah.
I could.
Good.
Yeah, I
And
could.
could you give yourself the right to be as you are?
Yeah, I could grant myself the right to be as I am too.
Mm. And would you be open to the possibility that you have all the space and room you need to be who you are? That space is there for you.
Yeah, I'm definitely open to that. Yeah, that there's enough space
Mm.
for me. Yeah, I'm open to that.
And is there being, is there any, as there are people from the past and probably relatives around, so is there any wanting their approval?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like a caricature, of a certain kind. So it's like family or,
Mm?
it's similar. So yes, absolutely wanting their approval, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just for now,
Ugh.
let go of wanting their approval.
Yeah. Just for now, I could
Yes.
let go of wanting their approval.
Mm.
Oh, oh. Yeah. Yeah, there is sadness.
Mm?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like I'm like this like hippie avant-garde like creative person at one end of the table, and then like the other end of the table it's like oh my god, like, we're all sitting at the same. It's just like, oh my god, like this whole day I've just been my body's just been contracted.
Mm.
So thank you for helping it unravel.
Good. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Happy to help. So how is it now? What is there now?
Yeah, there's this sense of like not fitting in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
And there's more calm. Both.
good, good. And what if you didn't have to fit in?
Can I say fucking love that? Yeah, love that. Yeah, I love I wouldn't have that I don't have to fit in.
Mm,
I think that's, part of why I wasn't here for a long time is it's very little cookie cutter, a lot of cookie cutter stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So when we feel we don't fit in or we want to fit in, we are usually trying to belittle ourselves or change our behavior so that others will approve. And we aren't usually then being ourselves.
Correct.
So it can be a right solution to be yourself somewhere else, but then again, in the Sedona method is the brilliant, beautiful idea that you can't make a mistake. So you are each moment exactly where you are kind of supposed to be, which doesn't mean you can't change that and do things differently, but there are no mistakes, and that's a wonderful, freeing thought. So,
Yes, it is. I mean, that's like, I haven't heard anyone use the word like sacred in Sedona Method or, like,
mhm.
but that to me would be sacred, that every moment is perfect as it is,
Yeah, yes,
or that there are no mistakes. That to me would be a sacred thing, is a sacred thing. So,
yeah.
yeah. There's more calm.
Good.
Thanks for helping me kind of see the root of it, which is contorting myself for others' approval.
Yes. And let me ask one question about that. Is there any sense that you have been withholding your love and approval from them? Because
Yes. Yes. I
so
could feel hate arising earlier. Yeah.
so could you let go of withholding your love and approval?
Yeah, I could let go of wanting to withhold my love of and approval.
Because
I
it's
could.
yeah, it feels much nicer to love and approve. And if we can't approve anything else, we can approve that they are like they are, because they are anyway.
Right.
So it kind of makes it much more simple than we having to kind of watch what is it that we aren't approving, or they did this and can I
Yeah.
do that? So what do you
Yeah.
just allow yourself and accept or approve?
Oh, yes, I would.
Mm.
I would allow myself to love and accept them as they are.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Is it good for?
Yeah. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Thank
Oh,
you.
likewise. Likewise. Yeah. Thank you. So, does anyone else still have something to ask, share, or a group release to suggest? Deborah.
Hi, Katja.
Hello.
Um, so I just had a small gain. I don't know if it'll be understood, but
Mhm.
there was a scripture that I used to read in the Bible that talked about that your word will not return unto you void. And I used to think that that only pertained to God, but I realized with releasing that it pertains to me as well. And that it just has allowed me to watch or notice the things that I'm saying, or when I've been using language that wasn't congruent with how I was feeling or what I was thinking, that it was going in one direction when maybe my mind and heart was going in a more positive, healthier direction. And
Mhm.
I've noticed when when my higher self is not congruent. And I realized it was watching the words that I was using and and realizing why I used them the way that I did, either to get a certain emotional reaction instead of a response. And that was the other game,
Mhm.
realizing that I did have the power to not just react to things. I don't have to have a reaction to everything, that I can choose to respond. And
Mm.
so far, I've been either choosing, when I remember, been choosing to either love or to forgive, or both.
Mm.
So those are the gains I've had probably since the last month, since
Oh,
I saw you, that I wanted to share.
oh, that's beautiful. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you
Really
very
good
much.
gains. Yeah. Mm. Thank you. And anyone else? I might then do us a short group release to end this session. And I think we'll be doing it on accepting what is, as that goes with more or less anything. Okay, so just let yourself pause or stop and be. And then just let yourself think about something that has been bothering you a bit today or this week, last week, in your body, in your surroundings. In the world, there probably is a thing or two that might have stirred up us, everyone, and just notice how it makes you feel. And then notice all the thoughts it brings, all the expectations or memories, stories of how these kind of things have gone in the past and how they might go in the future. Notice how those thoughts or memories or feelings feel in the body. And then notice and welcome all the wanting to do anything with or about that. Wanting to change that thing in any way at all. Wanting to hold on to it, make it disappear, tell stories about it, or do anything else. And then notice how personal all of that feels, as it's affecting you and your life, your world. And then would you allow yourself to notice all the space and peace that is surrounding, that is beneath and beyond all those thoughts and feelings, memories and expectations. That unlimited, never-ending space and peace, which aren't in any way affected by any story, any feeling, any memory. And Just allow yourself to say yes to that what is right now. Just say yes and open up to the love and acceptance that are here already. And allow yourself to focus more on the love and acceptance. And allow whatever feelings or memories that might still come up that you aren't too fond of. Allow them to dissolve into the space and peace. Melt back to the source. And allow yourself to open up and accept what is. And open up to the love and courage and acceptance. Let yourself be filled up by them. And allow the all to take care of it all, as it already does. Good. Okay. Hope that was helpful. And I'm reminding of these event links. If you came later and you might know about these already. It seems I made them one. There's this event invitation to freedom coming in 2 weeks, 4-day releasing event. Here's the program you can see. And here's the ticket link I'll put here. If you are interested having the early bird price, and otherwise I'm thanking you so much for coming, and we'll be having one more session this year, the third Wednesday on December. I seem to be permanently lousy at getting the dates right in my emails, but if you are on my email list. But I'm glad you found yourself here. Come here. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Katja.
Katja.
That was really helpful.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Okay. Have a lovely day, and we'll see soon, I hope.
You too. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank
Bye.
you.